Hey y'all, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tashima Freeman. So what we have here is the basics, okay? We are getting into Arabic 101. I am going to teach you the exact method that I learned. Let me rephrase that I relearned Arabic with. So I am a born Muslim, but like some of us, I child was not really on the dean like I could have been on the dean, okay? And I completely forgot Arabic as a whole. So I had to relearn Arabic, and this was the method that taught me Arabic again, and which has also helped me to be able to learn surahs on my own, pick up a Quran, be able to read it in Arabic. I may not know what it means, but I can read it in Arabic, which is a start. And I want to ensure that throughout this series, you not only gain confidence, but you gain a closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by being able to learn Arabic. Okay, so get your pens and papers ready because we're about to get started. So, starting off, the first thing I want to go over is this little fella right here. This is what you call a Fatha. All right. So, a Fatha, I want you to think of it like a short vowel sound. Fatha makes the short vowel sound ah. Okay. So, if there's an Arabic letter and you see a Fatha on top, it is going to make that Arabic letter make the sound ah. And I'll show you that in a second. Also, keep in mind, you will never see a Fatha stand alone. It will always be on top of an Arabic letter. Okay. The next one I want to go over, let's go over this one. This is an Alif. That was ugly, but it's okay. This is an Alif. Your Alif acts like a long vowel S. You may see an Alif at the beginning of a surah only. You'll see it at the beginning of a surah. It might stand alone. And that normally is when it'll actually use its name. Okay. So if you've listened to the Quran or if you've heard someone reciting surahs, you may have heard Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alif, Lam, Mim, something on the lines of that. This is that Alif right here. But when we're using it in the middle of a surah or in the middle of our Arabic letters, it is making a long A vowel sound. Okay. All right. So let's get into this thing. So first we're going to start with D. This is Daal, okay? Now with the Fatha on top, it's gonna say da. So your Daal is basically making a D sound. It's that simple, D. But when you add a Fatha on top, it is now making the sound da, okay? Now I want you to watch this. Da, da. That's it. That's it. Da, da. We're only saying da, ah, because there's a Fatha on top. We'll get into other vowel sounds later. I want to start simple here. Once you understand the Fatha, the Kesra, the Dema, those things will come a lot easier to you. For now, the vowel sound we're focusing on is ah. With it being paired with Daal, remember, Daal is making a D sound. When you pair it with the Fatha, it says da, da, da. Got it? Get it? Good. Okay, let's move on. Now let's focus on this is oh, that's ugly. We gotta do that again. That's too ugly. This is wow. Wow. All right. So your wow is making the wah sound, just like wah, just like W. Now, just like with the D, when you add a Fatha on top, it is going to make it an ah sound. So wah. That is the sound that is making wah, wah. Now, continue watching this video. Do not start and stop this thing. All right. Keep it going. Now, what we're about to do, we're about to dig into it. I need for you to understand something. You are learning Arabic just like your 3 and 4 year old learning English. You got to start from pre-K. You're not in the 5th grade. You don't have a college degree. You don't have a high school education. you're back in preschool, okay? So keep that in mind when you're going through this process and be sure to give yourself grace over the process. Also, when you're doing it, when I say it, you need to repeat it aloud, okay? You need to hear it out loud. It cannot, you can't be, you ain't learning Arabic in your head, baby, okay? So when we go through this, when I say da da, you need to come behind me with the da da. When I say wah da, you need to come behind me with the wah da. All right? We finna dig into this thing. Make sure if you want to write this, you already have this written down. I am about to erase. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go over it first, and then I will we'll go over it together, and then I'm gonna let you do it by yourself. Now, I know I can't hear you, but you need to pretend like I can. Okay. Let's go. Da, da, wah, da, wah, wah, da, wah. Now, let's take a pause. Remember, I told you when you have an Alif after your Fatha, remember that the Alif is after the Fatha. It is going to make this long. Watch this, okay? Dad, dad. I want to show you a difference here. The only difference between this one and this one is the Alif. Dad, dad. But when I get here and I get the Alif, it's gonna make this it's gonna make this a little bit longer. So it's instead of it saying dad, dad, it's dad, dad. Okay? Does that make sense? Dad, dad. Let's keep going. Wah, dad. Wah, wah. Dad, wah. All right. Let's repeat it together. Dad, dad. Wah, dad. Wah, wah. Dad, wah. Dad, dad. Let's do it again. Dad, dad. Wah, dad. Wah, wah. Dad, wah. Very good. Remember, when you have an Aleph after your Fatha, it is going to make whatever letter is your Fatha is over, it is going to make that a long ass sound. Okay? Keep that in mind. Are you ready? Let's get your boots on the ground. We finna do it. Let's go. By yourself. Be confident. Let's go. All right. Very good. Now just keep in mind the Daal makes a D sound. With the Fatha on top, it says da. The wow makes a W sound. With the Fatha on top, it makes a wa. And that is because our Fatha makes an A sound. Think of it like vowels, okay? That is the best way for me to explain that. Now, I am going to move out of this screen, but let me first say this. When you are working on, when you're reading Arabic in this way, there are things, and I'll point them out to you now, that let's just show you. If you notice here, none of these Arabic letters are connecting. But see, these are connecting. All right. I'm going to show this in a second. But your Daal and your wow are considered non-connectors. Okay. In the beginning, when those letters are in the beginning of a word, they will not connect to the next Arabic letter. All right. Keep that in mind. Daal and wow are non-connectors. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right. So as you can see, here's Daal and wow again. This is that. This is thou. But that Daal and wow, they are not connecting. But if you come here, this is bad. We'll get to this next week. It's connecting. Very much so. And you see that Daal is still not connecting. That's very important to pay attention to because with your non-connectors, you don't want to write your Arabic letters in your Arabic words incorrectly. So it is very important that you understand that you have non-connectors and you have connectors. And I'll go deeper into that now. Okay. So what you'll see here is I'm already breaking it down somewhat for you, but I do want to show you a few things. So first off, let's go back through our non-connectors that we have gone over, Daal and wow. Okay. We'll go over other Arabic letters that are not going to be non-connectors, and then we'll go over a few more that are non-connectors. But to start us off, Daal and wow are our two non-connectors. We also went over our vowels, our short S sound, the Fatha, and the Alif, which gives us the long A sound. Now, you'll notice that I just put a circle underneath the Fatha. That is to remind you that the Fatha will never stand alone. There will always be an Arabic letter paired with the Fatha. Okay. Now let me show you something. Because I know I keep talking about the non-connectors. I want to show you. Now my penmanship is trash daddy. Okay. But it's going to get us through for today. I'm going to show you what our Arabic letter looks like when it is a Lord, when it is a non-connector, and when it is at the beginning, the middle, and the end. So I'm going to show you that for Daal and wow. Okay. I'll bring you back down in a second. Okay. We're going to do the Daal first. Okay. So what I want you to pay attention to is that at the beginning, Daal and wow look exactly like how I showed you they're supposed to look. That is what they'll look like in the beginning. They'll never be connected in the beginning. So what I mean by that is, let's say, let me come up with one real quick. All right. So in the example, let's just say we have da ba ba. All right. Now I know you don't know ba ba. That's coming next week. Just give me a little time. All right. Your Daal will be there and your ba ba. Now, do you see how the ba is connecting, but the Daal is not connecting to the ba? All right. I'm just giving you an example. It may be a little advanced, but trust me, if you continue on, all of this will make sense. I want you to jot this down because if you write this down, you can always refer back to your notes when you're going back through it. Now, I want to show you the Daal in the middle so that you can kind of see a difference. I'm going to actually do the wow. So let's just say we had a bad wow. Let's do, okay. So do you see how the wow is now connected to the ba? It is a non-connector. So if we would have had wa ba, let me show you. If we would have had wa ba, this is what it would have looked like. But since we have ba wa, the ba is connecting to the wow. So you'll see it's a tad bit similar. Let's do this. This part right here, that extendedness is a tad bit similar to what we're seeing right there. The point of me showing you this is not to confuse you. It is to remind you that you're not just learning Arabic to say you learn Arabic. You're learning Arabic so that you can actually read Arabic. This is something that you're going to need to know about your non-connectors and connectors. We'll get deeper into this, I promise. Don't fret. For today, I just needed to make sure that you understood your Daal, and your wow as far as the sound goes when it is paired with a Fatha and an Alif. Okay. So, with that being said, jot this down. You don't have to worry about all of the examples that I put on the right side. If you feel like that is too much for you to jot down today, baby, don't jot it down. But for the rest of this, I need this to be jotted down. I want you, when you do it for your non-connectors, I want you to be able to have a space where you have a list of non-connectors. Let me tell you how many we have. We have 6 non-connectors. So leave enough room to be able to write all 6. And then we have about 5 vowels slash tools. I don't know what to call them, child, but we got about 5 or 6 of those as well. So make sure you're just leaving room for that. But for today, this is what we've learned. All right, let's go back through it together. I'll say it and then you can repeat it after me. Da da, wa da, wa wa, da wa, da da, wa da, wa wa, da wa. That was actually really good. Okay, so listen. The goal is for you to get it. So if you've watched this video this long, let me first tell you, congratulations, baby, you're speaking Arabic, okay? You're speaking Arabic, okay? What I want you to keep in mind is that you have to give yourself grace. That's for starters. But also, if you plan to continue on this journey, click the link in my caption. There is a printout for this sheet that you just seen me working on so that you can follow along yourself, whether you have it on your phone or whether you decide to print it out. So that's something you can have. And then if you are looking for a community of women who are either starting trying to be Muslim, maybe you're intrigued in being Muslim, maybe you're drawn to the religion, or maybe you already done took your shahada and you in this thing, but you don't really feel like you have a community of women. I myself and some other great people are putting together a community that is curated specifically for you, that will give you access to imams who are going to teach and educate you on the religion the right way. And then also just giving you access to real life women who are going through the same exact thing that you may be going through and some of the same struggles. It's a no judgment zone over here, baby. So keep in mind when you come into this community, it is literally to provide support and closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, inshallah, if that is something that you are interested in, be sure to click on the link below to join the community and also grab the sheet so that you can follow along for the next video. Inshallah, I'll see y'all next week.